contrasts your peaceful build mode with an intense, high-stakes battle mode.
So the crucial point is just tap the R key. Boom, you instantly activate battle mode. After you fight your enemies, just press R again. You seamlessly return to building
peaceful
safely.
build
So
mode
easy, right?
with an intense,
Let's move
high-stakes
to and see how
battle
this
mode.
builds. So the
You
crucial
unlock
point is
thrilling
just
new
tap
attack
the R
types
key.
and epic
Boom,
dodging
you
movements.
instantly activate battle
Plus,
mode.
it actually
After you
modifies
fight
your
your
weapons
enemies,
and
just
armor,
press R again.
totally
You
changing their
seamlessly
unique
return to building
peaceful
software.
build
So
mode
easy, right?
with an intense,
Let's see
high-stakes
how will
battle
these
mode.
unique gear
So you
abilities
unlock
change your next fight.
thrilling
It's
new
just
attack-
time to rethink your whole combat strategy. Ready to totally overhaul your Minecraft experience? Let's dive right into the absolutely incredible Divine RPG mod. Look, this isn't just some minor tweak. It literally transforms your base game into a massive RPG adventure. Vanilla is just the beginning, guys. You're getting
intense,
high-stakes
battle
unique
mode.
gear
So you
abilities
unlock
change your
dimensions to
next
explore.
one. And they aren't empty either. Each realm is absolutely packed with its own wild secrets and crazy challenges. You'll need to adapt fast, because you're about to face over 115 terrifying new mobs. It's not just your standard enemies either. We're talking massive, super powerful bosses you've got to take down. But don't worry, you can craft hundreds of new items, including seriously devastating weapons and epic armor sets. So, with all this epic loot and danger waiting, which realm are you going to conquer first? Hey guys, welcome to our explainer on Minecraft's Create mod for versions 121 and 120. So, are you completely sick of item processing inside a single magic block with goofy textures? Well, enter Aesthetic Technology. This brilliant concept puts those ultimate design choices right back in your hands. We're talking incredible tools that seamlessly blend building, decoration, and jaw-dropping aesthetic automation. It totally ditches one-block magic. Instead, you'll need a dynamic network of moving actors working perfectly together.
Right,
It's
just
just
time
time
to
to
You'll literally
rethink
build
your
these
whole
systems
combat
using
strategy.
tons
of unique mechanical components and awesome
Ready to
block
totally
variants.
overhaul your Minecraft
The mod's
experience?
core philosophy,
Let's dive
leave
right
as
into
many
the
design
absolutely
choices to the
incredible
player
Divine
as
RPG
absolutely
mod.
possible. Look, this isn't
Worried
just
about
some minor
performance?
tweak.
Don't
It
be.
literally
This massive
transforms your
sandbox
base game
actually
into
features
a massive
fantastic
RPG
optimization
adventure.
and really high
Vanilla
FPS.
is just the
It
beginning,
runs
guys.
so
With an
flawlessly.
intense
Let's
high
dive
stakes
right
battle
into
mode.
it.
Nearly
Gear
endless
abilities
to
change
change
your
your
next
next
one.
melting PCs
And
here.
they aren't empty either.
So,
Each realm
with
is
all this
absolutely packed with its
unlimited
own
design
wild
power,
secrets and crazy
what kind of
challenges.
aesthetic machine will
You'll
you
need to adapt
Let's dive
fast,
right into the
'cause you're about to
Computercraft
face
mod.
over
It's literally where
115
Minecraft meets
terrifying
real-world
new
programming.
mobs.
Ever
It's
wish
not
you could just write a script and automate your entire mining operation? Super powerful bosses you've got to take down. Computercraft drops fully programmable computers and actual robots straight into your Minecraft
you can craft
world. Hundreds of new
The best
items,
part?
including
You build
seriously
these machines
devastating weapons
yourself
and write
epic
custom
armor
code
sets.
to run them. So,
To control
with
it all,
this
you'll
epic
use
Lua. It's a real, powerful, yet super easy to learn programming language. Lua lets you build insane
Automate
automated
your entire mining operation
powerful
perfectly.
bosses
And
you've just
get
get incredibly creative. Now, every computer needs peripherals, right? You can seriously expand your setup with extra hardware. The mod gives you 3 awesome external devices to really level up your automated empire. First up, monitors. You can combine them to build giant screens tracking your factory's data. Second, wireless modems. These create a massive network so your computers and robots can communicate remotely. Finally, good old disk drives. They let you physically move your valuable code between different systems. So, with actual coding power at your fingertips, what massive automated system are you going to build?
Okay, let's dive into this explainer on the Better Sprinting mod. It's an absolute game changer.
So tired of that clunky double-tap W just to run? Yeah, we've all totally been there.
Well, this mod is the ultimate fix. It gives you absolute control over your movement.
Just a quick heads up, it's designed specifically for you guys playing on versions 1.16.5 and 1.15.2.
So the crucial point is ditching that vanilla double tap for a special, dedicated sprint key. Finally! It actually goes further, adding super helpful toggle keys for both sprinting and safe sneaking.
And this brilliantly illustrates how these upgrades just make it way easier to explore your world. Seriously, with effortless movement now literally at your fingertips, where are you gonna explore first?
Okay, let's dive into this. We're checking out the incredible Assassin Craft mod, where 2 legendary gaming worlds collide.
So, are you ready to step out of regular building and jump straight into some intense action?
This mod supports versions 1.8 and 1.710, drawing its core inspiration directly from Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. The real game changer? You actually get to transform and play as the legendary Ezio Auditore de Firenze.
Now what's really interesting about this slide is you get his full equipment, sword, crossbow, and signature cloak.
The crossbow gives you a massive tactical advantage with an incredibly fast and effective firing rate.
With these dynamic new features to master, you'll definitely have a mod to enjoy for a long time.
Let's move to and see how this builds a dark world where lying, deceiving, and cheating rule everything.
So, do you have what it takes to conquer this deceptive new Minecraft experience?
Okay, let's dive into a mod that's going to totally transform how you travel your blocky world.
Seriously, forget just walking. We're talking over 25 different craftable, rideable mobs for your game.
Flying, zooming across land, or hauling gear? Yep, there's a specialized bike for literally every adventure. Best part? You can totally bring these wild new travel mechanics into your solo worlds or private servers.
It's incredibly simple too. Just right-click to spawn your ride, and right-click again to mount up.
So, say goodbye to hunting dungeon chests. This mod fixes a massive headache by making saddles totally craftable.
Right, to unlock this, you'll first need raw hide. You just combine 9 pieces of leather to craft it.
But wait, how do you get all that leather without completely wiping out your local cow population?
Well, this mod adds a genius resource chain, giving a real purpose to those annoying nighttime zombies.
By simply cooking their useless rotten flesh in a furnace, you instantly get a limitless leather supply.
It's literally the perfect loop. Turn nighttime zombie loot directly into your brand new riding saddle.
So, with ultimate travel unlocked, which of these 25 epic mobs are you gonna ride first?
Let's explore how the forestry mod totally revolutionizes your Minecraft survival experience. Ready to dive in? If you're completely exhausted by the endless grind of manual farming, well, this is your ultimate fix. Available for versions 1.16.5 and 1.12.2, Forestry brings us 3 huge pillars: automation, advanced breeding, and utilities.
So, the first massive upgrade you're getting is the ability to build fully automatic farms.
It effortlessly handles standard crops and massive tree farms, cranking out resources and energy simultaneously.
But wait, it goes way beyond basic farming with an insanely detailed genetics and breeding system.
You can actually crossbreed bees, trees, and butterflies to discover new species and harvest totally unique resources.
To help manage your growing empire, Forestry also hooks you up with some truly fantastic utility items.
You'll get intelligent backpacks to manage your inventory, plus a full mail system for worldwide trading.
Ultimately, this incredibly deep mod completely transforms how you interact with nature, resources, and energy.
So with all these amazing tools at your fingertips, what are you going to automate or breed first?
Welcome to today's explainer. Ready to totally skip the tedious building grind in Minecraft? Let's go.
Ever struggled with designing a house? Yeah, we all know how frustrating that architectural work gets.
So let's dive in. Forget hours of vanilla building. This mod literally solves it with one click.
It's the absolute perfect fix if you love playing survival mode, but kinda hate building.
Just craft the block, place it down, and right-click with a staff. Bam! Zero architectural hassle. Right-click, and out pops your new house. Honestly, it's pure instant gratification disguised as literal magic.
You get a massive instant catalog. We're talking cozy tents to trading posts, covering everyday survival bases. Want to go bigger? You can instantly summon massive, complex structures like a giant multi-level treehouse.
Or a mob trap. This functional bad boy saves you hours of tedious digging and lava placement.
Or even a huge Gothic library. You get incredible aesthetic variety without placing a single brick yourself.
So, with all this newly saved time, how will instant architectural mastery completely alter your survival strategy?
So, ready for a break? Let's dive right into our explainer on Minecraft's Tropicraft mod.
If you're craving a relaxing getaway from your usual blocky grind, you'll absolutely love this.
Tropicraft literally adds an entirely new dimension. It's basically a full-on virtual holiday for your character.
The creator's tagline is "Let's go on holidays," and man, it completely delivers on that vibe.
Forget vanilla biomes. We're talking lush, custom trees, totally unique mobs, and yeah, hidden treasures. The chill factor is off the charts. Craft some custom gear, or just kick back and fish.
Fair warning though, standard vanilla ores? They're mostly gone here. It's a whole new ballgame.
Instead, you've got to dig for brand new tropical ores that are totally unique to this specific dimension.
Oh, and you'll stumble upon gorgeous tropical villages, completely packed with brand new local villagers.
These guys aren't just for show either. You can trade with them for some seriously useful items. Now, to lock in those vacation vibes, the mod actually drops 3 original music discs.
These tracks were produced by the popular electronic artist Punchaface, so they legit sound amazing.
The soundtrack gives us 3 perfect beach anthems: Buried Treasures, Low Tide, and Surf.
You can even snag the full Tropatunes album directly on Bandcamp to groove out offline.
So with fresh biomes and killer tunes, what hidden treasures will you uncover first in Paradise?
All right, let's dive right in. Welcome to The Explainer. Now, if you've spent any serious time in Minecraft, you already know the deal. Building a base is incredibly satisfying. But you also know that as your base grows, from that humble little dirt hut into a massive, sprawling complex, well, the logistics can become an absolute nightmare. I mean, we're talking about the tedious reality of actually moving all your raw materials. All that iron, the stone, the wood. Usually it involves just endless rows of chests, and let's be honest, a whole lot of running back and forth. Well, today, we're unpacking a source that takes Minecraft base building and logistics to an entirely new level. It's going to literally turn you from a struggling miner into an industrial tycoon. The source material actually frames this perfectly with one super ambitious phrase: build your own railway empire. And I really want you to zero in on that one word, empire, because we aren't just talking about, slapping down a few powered rails to get out of a mine shaft a little faster. No way. We're looking at a complete paradigm shift in how you plan, manage, and expand your world. This is about massive scale, sweeping landscapes, and some serious heavy-duty infrastructure. It's such a fantastic hook because it immediately resets our expectations, right? We're moving away from simple point-to-point transport and getting into grand-scale industrial design. So to get a firm grasp on exactly how this all works, we need to look at the Traincraft mod, specifically the one built for Minecraft version 1.7.10. As the source outlines, this is a game modification that introduces comprehensive railway systems and moving vehicles directly into the game. And it's really important to ground ourselves technically here. This isn't just some cosmetic update where your minecarts suddenly look a little cooler. Actually, scratch that. It does look cool. But it's a foundational change to the game's core mechanics. It injects a fully fleshed out, completely dynamic transit system straight into your blocky world. And what exactly does a real empire run on? Well, a massive fleet. Just take a second and process this staggering number, 80. The source notes that this mod adds more than 80 unique trains, wagons, and other moving vehicles to Minecraft. 80! You are no longer stuck just hopping into a standard wooden minecart. Whether you need a massive heavy-duty locomotive to haul, say, hundreds of stacks of cobblestone across a server, or maybe you need a specialized wagon designed for a very specific type of cargo, you now have the exact tool you need for the job. Honestly, having 80 unique moving vehicles to choose from completely transforms how you strategize your resource management. It's a real game changer.
Think about the vanilla Minecraft transport baseline for a minute. We've all been there, right? It's incredibly slow, the capacity is severely limited, and honestly, just one rogue pig wandering onto the tracks can derail your entire day's work. It's the worst. Traincraft completely replaces that headache with a highly efficient point-to-point freight system. So instead of you being the bottleneck in your own building process, you can totally automate and streamline moving massive quantities of blocks and items from point A to point B. It takes what used to be a super tedious, repetitive chore and elevates it into this incredibly satisfying logistical operation. But listen, a grand empire needs serious infrastructure to actually function. So let's look at how this advanced track system builds out the physical world you're playing in. First off, and I think this is a totally brilliant design choice, it integrates seamlessly with the game's existing rail system. So you don't have to go and rip up all your old tracks, you can just build right on top of them. From there, it introduces these custom large switches, which gives you the power to route trains through really complex, automated intersections. And perhaps the most exciting part for all the builders out there, it features brand new curved tracks. Yes, curves in Minecraft. This completely breaks you out of that rigid 90-degree grid the game traditionally forces you into. It allows you to design these sweeping, realistic, and honestly beautiful railway lines that carve naturally right through your favorite biomes. Which brings us to our final thought. We've journeyed all the way from the slow grind of moving individual dirt blocks by hand to suddenly commanding a fleet of over 80 dynamic vehicles, complete with custom switches and beautifully curved tracks that just seamlessly integrate into your world. It is a total ground-up logistical overhaul. So the ultimate question you really have to ask yourself now is, how will you transport your empire? Are you going to build a massive, sprawling industrial cargo network? Or maybe a sleek, high-speed passenger line connecting your distinct cities? The tools are literally all right there, just waiting for you to lay that first track. Anyway, thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I really hope this sparks some incredible ideas for your next major build.
Hey guys, welcome to this explainer on the Baritone mod. It's going to totally change how you play Minecraft.
Picture this, your very own automated Minecraft playing robot, right there in the game, ready to help out.
That's exactly what Baritone is, a crazy smart AI pathfinding system used in the Impact client.
Check out its resume. It travels, mines specific ores for you, and even handles complex world edit style operations.
It pulls this off by directly manipulating your client. It literally takes the controls for you.
So you're probably wondering, how do you actually boss this incredibly capable little robot around?
You just talk to it. Use the in-game chat box for basic commands like help. But the real magic, customizing all those Boolean and numeric settings right from that exact same chat.
Want to flip a Boolean setting? Just type its name, like allow break, to toggle block breaking on or off.
For numeric tweaks, just type the name, then the value. Like primary timeout MS 250. Super easy, right?
Messed up? No worries. Type a setting name followed by reset, or just say reset for a clean slate. If you lose track of your tweaks, simply type modified to instantly view every setting you've changed.
So, with this insane AI pathfinding at your fingertips, where's your automated robot gonna take you next?
Hey everyone, and welcome back to The Explainer. So if you're running your game on versions 1.21.1 or 1.20.1, listen up, because your inventory management is literally about to change forever. Today, we're breaking down the Useful Backpacks mod. We're going to look at how it works, why it's structured the way it is, and exactly how it solves one of your absolute biggest storage headaches, all without breaking the game. Let's get into it. Okay, let's dive right into this. Need more inventory storage. I mean, we've all been there, right? You're miles away from your base, you're deep underground, and you finally strike an incredible vein of rare loot. But you look down and your pockets are completely full of cobblestone and dirt. So you're forced to make these agonizing decisions about what to toss. Honestly, leaving diamonds behind just because you need room for food, that is a pain we all share. It's kind of the universal player frustration.
Well, enter the Useful Backpacks mod. It's exactly what it sounds like, a super straightforward way to drastically expand your storage capacity by crafting wearable backpacks. That's it. There are no complex magic systems you have to learn, no heavy mechanics running in the background tanking your performance, and definitely no bizarre, clunky UI. It's just this elegant, direct solution that seamlessly scales right alongside your adventure. It works so perfectly because it directly answers that core need without overcomplicating the whole thing. Now, what's really interesting here is the number 3. You know, in a world where mods are constantly trying to pack in hundreds of overwhelming features, this mod completely rejects those infinite, confusing options. It doesn't throw 50 different tiers of storage at you that require some massive spreadsheet just to keep track of. Nope. Instead, it relies on the magic number 3. It keeps things beautifully simple, highly focused, and offers exactly 3 distinct, manageable backpack sizes. And those 3 tiers, they're broken down cleanly into the small backpack, the medium backpack, and the large backpack. This clear 3-tier system sets the perfect stage for how you naturally progress through the game. Because think about it, you don't get massive game-breaking storage right off the bat, right? It mirrors your actual journey. You start out just carrying a few extra essentials in the early days, and then eventually you scale up to hauling massive stacks of building materials once you're fully established. So the crucial point is that these upgrades require a strict, sequential progression path. You absolutely cannot just farm a bunch of endgame materials and jump straight to crafting the largest capacity backpack on day 1. No way. The mod designers purposely built this to force a linear journey. And actually, this is a brilliant design choice. It ensures that expanding your storage feels balanced alongside your regular gameplay. You really have to put in the time and follow the established rules of crafting. Let's look at how this actually builds practically. It plays out in 3 chronological stages. Every single player starts with the exact same foundation, crafting the small backpack. To reach step 2, well, you don't just build a brand new medium bag from scratch. You actually use your small backpack to upgrade into the medium one. And that exact same logic applies to step 3, to reach the large size. Every single step is the absolute unskippable prerequisite for the next one. And this brilliantly illustrates that core upgrading rule, totally preventing any confusion about how you reach maximum capacity. The recipes strictly require the previous tier as an ingredient. You cannot bypass a level. The bag that is currently on your back literally becomes the physical component required to craft the next size up. It's an incredibly intuitive system, and it naturally stops anyone from just skipping ahead to the end. So why does this specific structure matter for you? Like, what's the big takeaway here?
Well, expanding your inventory through this mod doesn't feel like some cheap cheat code that ruins the inherent survival challenge. Because of that strict interconnected upgrade path we just talked about, reaching maximum capacity actually feels like a genuinely rewarding achievement. It's something you've systematically and fairly earned over the course of your playthrough. It enhances your game for sure, but without breaking the core mechanics. With this clear, step-by-step upgrade path, you can immediately scale your storage and guarantee you never have to leave valuable loot behind ever again. But it does leave you with a choice, doesn't it? Will you stick to the vanilla struggle of constantly managing a cramped inventory, or are you ready to embrace a balanced, rewarding way to literally carry your world on your shoulders? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep building.
So let's dive into this explainer and see how the Dynamic Economy add-on completely transforms your Minecraft server.
You know, static server economies get boring fast. Ready for real market forces in your world?
We're talking true supply and demand, daily market events, crazy hazards, and even server-wide co-op projects.
And hey admins, it's 100% safe and compatible. It literally never modifies player.json.
All right, let's look at the brand new version 1.2.0 update.
This drop adds 4 totally new minor daily events, plus a bunch of crucial fixes and tweaks.
But watch out for wood blight. It's a massive new hazard where termites absolutely ravage your forests.
Try chopping a tree during this? The log instantly crumbles into a completely useless plain stick.
The workaround is simple. Just hold tree medicine in your offhand to safely harvest normal logs.
To actually track these hazards, you'll need the brand new craftable bulletin board.
It's super easy to craft using just wood planks, slabs, some paper, and a few sticks.
So, how do we open the market? First, right-click the market ledger you get upon joining.